Continuing with my modified chronological order, I hopped on over to the Cad Bane arc. This arc is a 7-parter, so I'll be breaking it up into 3 videos, starting with Season 2, Episode 1, Holocron Heist, and Season 2, Episode 2, Cargo of Doom, Holocron Heist. We open up with the Republic forces on the run, retreating, and what's great about this opening sequence is seeing Ahsoka emulate Anakin. Anakin is often reckless, doesn't play by the rules, doesn't listen to orders, and when Ahsoka is given the order to retreat, she pushes back on that order and wants to continue fighting. This dynamic is great. I'm excited to see where Ahsoka's allegiance lies in the future. So the episode is basically about Darth Sidious hiring the bounty hunter Cad Bane to steal a holocron from the Jedi Temple. The plan is tough, but precautions are taken to better the chances of success. Cad Bane places some doodads inside of his helper droid Todo 360, one of which is actually a security chip that allows him to bypass the shield, and the other is a bomb, which the droid obviously doesn't know about. And the scene where Todo 360 is remotely blown up by Cad Bane's push of a button might have been the most bad I've ever felt for a cartoon robot in my life. The robot screams, "No, no, no." I felt bad. But yeah, Cad Bane has help from Cato, a shapeshifter that you would recognize from the prequel movies, a changeling, and the body of a dead Jedi is there by their side. So Cato changes into the Jedi and the plan is set in place. They begin to infiltrate the Jedi Temple. Yoda sensed the plan before the plan was ever going down, so the temple was on high alert. But that didn't stop the cat and mouse game from going down, which was my favorite part of this episode, the overall cat and mouse nature of it. The Jedi are trying to find the intruders, but they're in the ventilation system and they're shape-shifting, and they're always one step ahead. For a real-life comparison, and I'm only saying this because I literally just heard something over my head, but I know there's a mouse or something in my attic right now. I've been hearing it for a few weeks now, and every time I go up in the attic, I don't see anything. Nothing. And I don't want to put traps down because there's a slight chance that it might actually be a neighborhood cat crawling up in my attic from below my house, and I don't want to hurt a cat. I don't want to take that chance. I'm off topic. But yeah, I know there's an intruder in my home, but I don't know where it is, or what it is. The changeling element in all of Star Wars has never really done much for me. People always harp on the plot holes, quote-unquote plot holes in the new films, but changelings? I mean, you have a problem with light speed collision, but not shapeshifters? Okay. But yeah, the idea of changelings are cool in theory, but they've always felt super goofy to me. And yes, they do offer some good tension in this episode, and I'm sure they'll come up in future episodes as well, but overall, I could do without them. I understand that they're like a chameleon blending in with their surroundings, but I don't know. What I found really great was the reason behind wanting the holocron. They captured Bola Rapal, a missing Jedi known as the Keeper of the Kyber Crystal, and the whole purpose of having these pieces come together is so that they can track down all the Force-sensitive children in the galaxy, basically to track down the future Jedi Order. I thought this was a really great and evil motivation to have. Now, who knows what exactly Sidious would want to do with all these Force-sensitive children, maybe kill them, maybe try to make them work for him, who knows, but it's a cool concept. Overall, I liked this episode. Simple, straightforward, fun. This was the first encounter I've had with Cad Bane, and at the moment, I'm intrigued. I don't know enough about him to say if I like him or not, but the odds are looking good. After watching Holocron Heist, I watched Cargo of Doom. So Cad Bane has the holocron, and he has the Jedi, Bola Rapal. Bane is torturing the Jedi, shocking him, trying to get information out of him, but he is unsuccessful. The Jedi will not tell him anything. Bane ramps up the torture device's power and kills him accidentally. At least that's how it seemed to me. It seemed like an oh shit moment. But Bane played it cool, quickly thinking of another way he can capture another Jedi. So far, I like Cad Bane. He's ruthless. He's in it for himself, no allegiance, just money. Willing to do whatever it takes to accomplish what he was paid to do. He's a sleazy little shit. I dig his design too. A western kind of Clint Eastwood vibe going on, a gunsling and outlaw. I dig it. So Ahsoka and Anakin board Cad Bane's ship. The sequence with the magnetic walkers was neat. It was just a clever little idea. These walkers were meant for ground combat, as somebody said, not space combat. But they do have magnetic feetsies. So they latch onto the ship's hull and begin blasting away. When Ahsoka and Anakin encounter Cad Bane inside of the ship, Cad Bane actually turns off the gravity generator, so everyone starts floating around, which made for a really cool scene. I love the moment where, and I can't remember who said it, it might have been Rex, I don't know, but he said something like, "You trained for this," meaning that the clones trained for a lack of gravity scenario. They should be prepared. They turn on their magnetic boots, which some of them do, some of them don't. So the battle is both magnetically on the ground and floating through the air. There are just some really awesome shots in there. The only thing I had an issue with during this sequence was what I felt like was a missed opportunity for a really cool shot. When the camera zooms in on R2, about to turn the gravity back on, Anakin is reaching for the holocron, and then we see everyone fall to the ground. I wish there was a close-up shot of Anakin reaching out. The gravity turns back on. Anakin is so close to grabbing the holocron, but he starts falling. We see the look on his face like, I almost have it, oh no, and then he starts to fall and he hits the ground. Does that make sense? I can picture the shot I wish was in there in my own head. I'm not sure if I described it well, probably not, but think of like Gollum in Lord of the Rings falling into the pit, the lava, and he's reaching out and the ring is there and he's slowly falling backwards as the ring is, I don't know how to describe it. You know what I mean? I'm rambling. Anyway, Cad Bane leads Ahsoka away. He leads her into a trap and is able to capture her, putting her in binders. Of course, Anakin comes to the rescue, but there's a twist. If Anakin initially fights, Bane is ready to push a button, which will suck Ahsoka out into the vacuum of space. So, Anakin actually cooperates with the enemy to save his Padawan. He's giving in to the demands of the enemy. His emotions take control, and instead of doing what would most likely save the most people and put a stop to the enemy's plans, he chooses to save the one. I think my favorite thing in the series so far is seeing Anakin's evolution. He's a rule breaker. He acts on instinct and emotion, and we all know where that leads. Hell, Admiral Yularen, is that how you say it, says, "Of all the Jedi, why did I end up with Skywalker?" I thought that line was solid. Yes, Anakin is a good fighter, but when it comes to orders, chain of command, or doing what is best for the group, he's difficult to deal with. And that is shown more and more with every episode that I watch. Ultimately, Anakin is able to fight off Bane and the droids and save Ahsoka. And Cad Bane dons some clone trooper armor and is able to escape on the very ship that Ahsoka and Anakin are escaping on. And he has the holocron. Everyone assumes Cad Bane is dead and the holocron was destroyed, because they saw Bane get shot and fall over, but no one realizes that it wasn't actually Bane. It was a clone trooper in Bane's outfit. So yeah, these two episodes were a lot of fun. I like being introduced to new villains, especially when they're this ruthless, and especially when they're not related to anything in the films, because there's more freedom in what they can do with these said villains, these characters. They're not restricted by what will happen and what we've seen. They have the freedom to shape the character however they want. On to the next episodes. HelloGreedo, out.